Hello, one really hot greeting from the Pan-European Conference on Digital Learning. My name is Blanka Tacer. I will be your moderator today. The June session is devoted to the Erasmus Plus project Wonder Learning. It's almost the end of the school year, so now we have the last energy to listen and to conclude the things and get some new ideas for the upcoming school year. And I think that today is the perfect opportunity to get new ideas on Wonder approach. We will have really nice presentations covering different topics, from art to mathematics to languages. And also we will have one presentation that is actually suitable for all Wonder learning. And let's see who is with us today. One of the presenter is lovely Sandra from Madeira. Sandra, welcome.
Hi.
The microphone. Yes, hello. So Sandra will have a presentation connected with arts, but first please tell us a little bit about yourself.
Of course. Hello, I'm Sandra Dória. First, I would like to thank Blanka, her team, and the Wonder Learning Project for organizing this conference. I'm a primary teacher. I have been working in a private school for 21 years, and now I'm the third grade curriculum teacher at Pie do Monte, a public school located in Funchal, Madeira Island. Recently, I was invited to join the Erasmus team at school and to join the Wonder Learning Project. So it is a great pleasure to be here with you. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing your experience with us. The second presenter is Roxana from Romania, and she will have a presentation connected, yes, with mathematics, but not only with mathematics, also with digital art, right? Can you tell us for the start a little bit about yourself?
Hi, my name is Roxana Drăgănoiu. I'm a doctor in computer engineer science. I have 46 years old, and I'm a researcher in education and mathematics applied in digital graphic and computer programming for over 20 years.
Very nice. Yeah, thank you. And the third presentation will deliver Giedrė from Lithuania, and it will be connected to learning languages.
Yes. Hello, everyone. I'm really grateful to participate in this conference today. Thank you, Blanka, for accepting me to this shortlist. I'm a teacher of English, and I have been teaching English for more than 20 years in Kalvarijos Gimnazia. This is the school where students aged 6-19 study different subjects. We have some experience in multilateral projects as well, and our latest project finished 2 years ago. So we are open for new opportunities as well. Yeah.
Yes, and in 20 years, you gathered really a lot of experience in teaching with different
I hope.
methods, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Some very modestly say.
Okay.
And here is Velid Tinjak from Bosnia and Herzegovina, and his presentation is actually suitable for any kind of subject and also either for children, either for adults, I would say, right, Velid? But
It's very
tell us a
flexible, and
bit.
we'll get into it
Yes.
later on. So, hello everybody. My name is Velid. I work at Edukopro as a project manager, and I've been involved in Erasmus projects such as this one that we're going to present today since 2019, and I'm very happy for the opportunity, and I thank you, Blanka, for inviting me and our organization here to present something about it today.
I'm looking forward to all the presentations, and also I'm very happy to say that despite the last week in June, where I think the teachers are already quite in the end of the school year, there are almost 300 teachers with us right now online. So thank you very much. And yeah, it's really great to have you here. The presentations of today's event are available in the Pan-European Conference on Digital Education Facebook group. You can access this either here or just go on the Facebook, type in Pan-European Conference on Digital Education and become a member, and then you can download all the presentations. About the certificate of attendance. So it is possible to get the certificate of attendance to this conference. You do that by going into the video description. Here is one example. If you are watching in YouTube, but also if you watch in Facebook, you can find the link in the same place under the video description, like this arrow here. I will also put the link into the chat a little bit later when Sandra will start with her presentation. So yeah, you met the presenters, and here is officially the program once again. So Sandra will focus on art, and the title of her presentation is Wander Through the Arts, Fusing Traditional Creativity with Digital Discovery. And she will also show us a virtual gallery. Then Roxana will focus on mathematics, coding, and digital art. So she will combine those three topics together. I think that students also like that, because also life is not divided into subjects, but there are things together, and she is the promoter of that. So DigiMathArt, integrating mathematics, coding, and digital art. Then we have a presentation by Giedrė on innovative teaching methods in language acquisition. And we conclude the conference today with the method Wonder Walls, delivered by Velid Tinjak. And I would like to tell you just a little bit about the project. Because those of you who already were with us in May, we had a presentation and we told what the Wonder approach is. So if you would like to have more details, please go in the conference archive and see the first presentation in May, because there are a bit more details about the Wonder approach. But today, just about the project, few words. So here in the Wonder Learning Project, there are 7 countries involved and 8 partners. It's the map here. So we have countries from Portugal, more exactly from Madeira. Then we have Lithuania, Austria, Bosnia and Herzegovina, North Macedonia, Romania, and Turkey. The conference in May, the other countries presented, but today the Portugal, Bosnia, Lithuania, and Romania is presenting, but we are all in the same project together. So the project is about a journey, I would say, and we explore how can we involve pleasant emotions into the learning design. So pleasant emotions like wonder, like curiosity, like awe, like surprise, or admiration. And we work with students and with teachers. Also, we have eTwinning project on eco wonders for digital natives. So the whole project tries to be holistic, and that is the reason that we work with students and with teachers, and also rich in terms of content so that everybody can participate. For instance, in eTwinning, those of you who are interested and teach students from 9 to 12 years, you can join the project right now. And I mean, not right now, but with September, with the new school year on, and involve your student. Otherwise, we are developing also resources for teachers, and as soon as they will be available, we will, of course, share with all of you. So we work now on best practice collection, in which we are focusing on teaching practices that include the wonder approach. Then we will also develop toolkit for teachers with different new activities based on wonder approach, and a toolbox for students as well. Those will be 25 thematic activity packages promoting sustainability and also including special education needs. And special education needs are also included in the toolkit for teachers and in the best practice collection, because they are so important and increasingly important even more. This is once again an invitation to join the eTwinning project, which is part of the Wonder Learning approach. So any questions if you have about the Wonder Learning approach or about the project, please write them in the chat and we will be happy to provide answers. So now let's go to Madeira and to Sandra. I'm sorry. Yes, Sandra. Yes, you are here with us once again. So please share your screen and we will wonder about your wondering presentation. And Sandra has a really nice title within a presentation I saw before for Wonder Approach, because she is asking herself how to open the life of students, right? So please let us know more.
Okay, so the topic of our presentation is Wonder Through the Arts, Fusing Traditional Creativity with Digital Discovery. What makes a student's eyes light up? We all know that when art and technology meet, wonder is born. Wonder learning embraces emotional impact as a starting point for the learning process. With a focus in educational methods and strategies centered on curiosity, creativity, and discovery, in this session, we will present you two good practices that combine traditional arts, digital tools, and active exploration and learning. Our focus will be on the wow moment, the spark that ignites deep learning. So we had two good practices. The first one is the stop motion project, and the second one is digital art challenges. both awaken wonder and full student engagement. Now, I will present you the best good practice on digital art, the stop motion project. How can we do a creative storytelling through animation and technology? So, in this activity, students create short animated films using stop motion techniques, designing characters and scenes with many materials such as clay, paper, plasticine. We have many options. This activity will connect artistic expression with digital storytelling. Now, the activity. Students are introduced to stop motion animation and create a quick demo to understand the basics. In groups, they develop a short story, design characters and sets, and film their animations using simple materials and digital devices. The project ends with a class screening and reflection on the creative process. Now, how can teachers apply this activity? Following these 4 steps. First of all, students are introduced to the concept of stop motion animation by watching inspiring examples from professional productions to amateur shorts, sparking their curiosity and creativity. Then the teacher will divide the class into small groups of 3 or 4 elements, and students will develop short scripts and draw storyboards to plan their animations. They design characters and sets using clay, paper, or similar objects. Using a stop motion app like Stop Motion Studio, they capture images frame by frame, adjusting small movements to create a fluid animation. The app also allows them to add sounds, titles, and control timing to complete their animated scenes. Then we have the presentation of results. A mini film festival is held in the classroom. Where all groups present their animations to classmates and teachers, or they can present to the school or even invite the parents. Why not? Finally, students reflect on the challenges and lessons learned throughout the creative process, highlighting the importance of teamwork, patience, and careful planning. Now, the best part, the wow moment, the spark that ignites deep learning. The magic happens when students watch their first stop-motion animation come to life, from a simple movement like a bouncing ball to a short animated story, and they realize they've transformed static images into a moving narrative. So it's fantastic. We can emphasize these benefits for students, develops technological and storytelling skills, enhances teamwork and planning abilities, stimulates creativity and problem solving. For teachers, the benefits are integrates technology into teaching in an engaging way, encourages interdisciplinary learning across arts and digital skills, boosts student enthusiasm for creative projects. Now, about innovation, how can this project be considered innovative? Because it combines visual arts with digital tools, allowing students to explore a modern form of storytelling, integrates arts and technology in a dynamic student-centered activity, because students are in the center, in the main role of this learning process. So the teacher only has to guide and help them when they show their difficulties. And what are the problems that can be solved? Lack of engagement in traditional arts education, few opportunities to combine creativity with technology in the classroom. Unfortunately, there are schools that still work art without using technology. Now, I will present you the second best practice on digital arts. So this activity will inspire students through digital arts challenges, cultivating creativity and innovation in the digital age. Now I will present you a brief description of this good practice. Students create original digital artworks, such as posters, illustrations, or designs, using software and creative tools. Guided by themed challenges, they explore composition, color, and technique while developing digital literacy and artistic expression. In this activity, students are introduced to digital art tools through guided demonstrations and explore their creativity by completing themed challenges. Working individually or in teams, they create digital illustrations or designs using modern software, experimenting with colors, composition, and techniques. The activity culminates in an online gallery on art steps, allowing them to share their creative work with the world, followed by a reflection session where they discuss their experience and creative journeys. Now again, for this activity, you can see a short description for teachers. How can they develop this best practice step by step? First of all, teachers introduce digital art tools and demonstrate their potential, encouraging students to explore creative possibilities through technology. Students brainstorm ideas guided by a specific theme or visual challenge, such as sustainable futures, hidden histories, or dreamscapes, and develop digital artworks using modern software. How can we do the exploration activity? Students work on their digital projects individually or in teams, experimenting with different tools, colors, techniques, and compositions to express their vision. Now the presentation of results. Completed artworks are curated into an immersive 3D gallery on art steps where viewers can navigate the virtual space, zoom in on details or zoom out, and even experience the exhibition in virtual reality, making students' work accessible to a global audience. High-quality prints can also be mounted in the classroom to create a parallel physical showcase. Through this art step gallery, people can do two different kinds of visits. One in your screen with a PC, a tablet or smartphone, and another one with virtual reality glasses. With this last option, you can visit the exhibition like you were really there. It's amazing. And finally, the conclusion. In a final reflection session, students share their creative journeys, discuss challenges faced, and celebrate how digital tools enhanced their creativity and expanded their expressive possibilities. With this final reflection, teachers can improve this practice and apply the improvements in another similar activity. Now, the wow moment, the spark that ignites deep learning. The magic happens when students witness their digital concepts come to life using professional tools and gain a sense of accomplishment as their finished pieces are exhibited in an online gallery shared across the school community and the world. I will show you now how this works. Just a second. Now I will show you a virtual exhibition where my school and also other schools from Madeira have participated with the theme Gender Equality. The theme of the project is Todas e todos fazemos tudo. Translating means we all can do anything. Below, we can see the name of the exhibition, Aprender a Viver como Iguais, Learn to Live as Equals. This exhibition was created to disseminate students' final results and pieces of art on this project. Now, we go in. Here you can see, for example, the work done by the students of our school. When we click on it, automatically appear the name of the school here, the grades that participated, and a brief description of what was done. It was a work done with clay, and the title says, Say No to Sexism. We can also see other types of work, like pictures, drawings, videos. It's very interesting, and children love it. Another work. Here you can see another. Okay, and finally, benefits for students. of these good practices, enhances digital literacy and creativity, encourages innovation and exploration of modern tools, prepares students for technology-driven creative careers. For teachers, the benefits are many: integrates technology effectively into the curriculum, provides flexible and innovative teaching strategies, engages students with contemporary. What about innovation? Uses digital platforms to enhance creative expression and technical skills development, uses digital spaces to celebrate student creativity and encourage real-world engagement, and finally, problem solved, limited exposure to digital art and technology in traditional art classes, lack of engagement with modern creative practices, art steps, globally accessible platform, boosts motivation and experimentation. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you very much. If I judge from the comments, I think we more than enjoyed. Congratulations for your presentation. There are many congrats in the chat, and there is also one question. If you can recommend us some digital art tools too. So perhaps maybe Marie-Lena is not an art teacher, so maybe something that we can use that is like really simple and we can include in our learning.
Podes dar algumas esta arte step ou
Okay, so maybe a little bit later, Sandra, if you can turn on the microphone. We don't hear you.
Okay.
So maybe
the stop motion, and art steps.
Art steps and stop motion.
Stop motion, yes.
Yeah.
It's really easy to work. Yes.
Stop motion and
art steps. Yes. Stop motion and art steps.
So Marie-Lena, yes. I hope you got your answer. Yeah. So thank you very much.
Easy. Yes. You're welcome.
Thank you, Sandra, for all your inspiration, and I wish you lots of energy also in your future teaching practice.
Thank you, Blanka.
Very much.
Thank you.
Okay, let's go now to Romania and to Roxana. So Roxana will have another presentation that will also involve a little bit of art, despite the platform is actually about the mathematics and teaching mathematics. It's entitled DigiMathArt, Integrating Mathematics, Coding and Digital Art. You can see a logo in her background, and that was created with this tool, right?
It's created with another method. I developed two methods which are both included in my PhD thesis. One I will present you more today because it's for the age 9 to 12, even more, 9 to 14. But I also will show you a little bit of the other method, which I used to create that logo. So, DigiMathArt is a brand that unites more teaching methods for applied mathematics using digital tools, and also the apps designed for teaching those methods. It is also a parametric modeling techniques applied in industry. Is the result of 30 years in research, 30 years research in mathematics, computer, and education. It is also my PhD thesis at University Polytechnica Bucharest, Computer Science and Engineering Department, called A New Paradigm in 3D Surfaces, Parametric Modeling, Applications in Industry and STEM Education. The teaching methods for applied, the most important teaching methods for applied mathematics are math through building, designed for 9 to 14 years old, and math through graphical programming, designed for over 14 years old. Also university students. The parametric modeling techniques applied in industry are designed for games and animations and jewelry design. Math through building is a method for teaching mathematics through gaming. It doesn't include programming, this method, because it has a dedicated Unity 3D multiplayer app, which has interface where you can write down the formula, so you don't need programming in this method. And it's based on a hierarchical construction because is an extension of Unity 3D designed for kids. It's actually like Unity 3D for kids. Some kids and parents and their parents confused my app with Unity 3D. It is also, and this app is actually the method of teaching uses building with geometric solids by modifying their properties like position, size, angles, using mathematical operations and formulas. The advantages of the application and also the method are defining object properties with advanced mathematical formulas, simultaneous modeling of multiple objects property based on number sequences using their indexes, which is what Unity classic Unity 3D doesn't have. 3D visualization, of course, and the possibility of collapsing dimensions, which develops abstract thinking. Attractiveness, which induces the alpha state conducive to learning. It simultaneously stimulates multiple brain areas, leading to the development of intelligence. This method is planned for inclusion in a neurobiological research program. Okay, this was for later actually, because now I want to show you the app. It's a little bit like Minecraft or Roblox, but is entirely based on mathematical using formulas in dimensions and so on. I will show you a simple example. everything you see here is a build of a 12 years old kid. Let's look at this couch. How does he build? How does he position this arm of the couch using computation? Actually, when first that the arm was built, it was a simple cube, and then he modified the dimensions and first of all, I will look at this cube because this one is related to this one. I will delete this one, and let's say first it has 0 position Z, and starting from here he computed half of the size of the length of Z, which is 2. Then he write down that value here, and then he saw the object has to be moved backward with half of Z scale, which is 0.05, and he subtracted from 2, and this is how he computed the Z position. I will show you another example which uses fractions. Actually, any piece of this furniture has the Y position computed using fraction. He divided the height, which is 7, in 4 parts, and this is how he obtained this value. All those are can also be positioned using sequences. This is a little bit more complicated, but not very complicated. So I'll put all of those 3 cubes in this folder. So now I can access the index, and excuse me for a little, I will use this editor to show you exactly how we make all the computations. So when we have index 0, we already know we have 7 divided by 4. Oh, sorry, not here. This was the Y position. I write here 7 divided by 4. For index 1, oh, they are actually put it backward. I will recreate them. This one is good, and okay. So the second one is multiplied by 2. And the third one has to be multiplied by 3 when the index is 2. We also make those computing using Paint, where you can do anything more specific. Drawing, like we know we have here 1/4 of 7, sorry, 1/4 of 7, which is 7 divided by 4. We already know this is still 1/4 of 7, but together they are 7 divided by 4 multiplied by 2, because we can also say they are 1/4 with 1/4 are 2 divided by 4, and also this is from the height, which is 7, and so on. This is why we have to multiply them by 7. And then we have to compute the sequence. First is the same with 7/4 multiplied by 1, and then we ask ourselves with how much exactly we have to multiply. So the sequence has to be 7 divided by 4 multiplied by I plus 1, because 1 is with is 0 plus 1, 2 is 1 plus 1, 3 is 2 plus 1, and finally we write down this formula here. And we obtain the same result, which we don't see any difference now because we already have this computation before, but we did it one by one, and now we can now we have this formula for any much more pieces, like if we want more, or if we want to change something, like let's say we don't want anymore to be just 4 parts, we want to be, let's say, 5, and all we have to do is delete 4 and put 5 here, and then we duplicate again. So it's very easy to modify anything. Well, I don't know how many minutes I have left. So
2 more, yeah.
So if you have suggestion of what else should I tell you about my method?
Thank you very much, Roxana, for the presentation. People are saying interesting, very interesting, great job. and thank you. And yeah, so I don't see any questions, but it's really amazing what you have developed. I mean, I'm so, wow. I think that all the kids would love to have this. So yeah, very nice. So this was part of your PhD thesis, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, okay. And the app is freely available for anyone who interested, or how it is?
Till now it is. It's just the first step. Now we are working at the next one, which will be much more complex. Actually, the one we have in the present has for any map just 1,000 object, but the next one will have I hope, I don't know, millions. And now
yeah.
we can't make animations, but the next one I hope will have this advantage.
Thank you very much for your work. And yes, mathematics teachers across Europe, please use the app. It's really inspiring. Let's move. Yeah.
In this moment, we don't have the facility for teacher for math teacher, because it's a little hard to use the app in this moment. It is designed more for computer programming engineers, but we have the intention to develop the facility to write just simple formulas, and to look more like GeoGebra, the interface.
Great. Thank you very much. Hope to see you again in the Pan-European Conference. And let's move now to Lithuania. So Giedrė is already ready with her presentation on innovative teaching methods in language acquisition. So let's see your work. It's here.
Okay. So it seems that art is endless source of inspiration for many teachers. And I, as teacher of English language, I'm going also to introduce one method that is closely related with art. I'm sure that many teachers have an idea that their students would like to feel themselves as genius artists one day. And this idea was in my mind for a few months. And I decided to try this method, original or remake, with my students who are learning English. So this first slide, I'm sure that already reveals the secret, what I'm going to talk about. So this method, original or remake, develops students' communicative, cultural, and digital skills. And I would like to start with my presentation. And never have teachers before explored such a wide variety of methods that would help their students achieve fluency in language classes. some teachers are engaged in using flipped classroom, gamification, or learning management systems, while others prefer combining several tools to create meaningful learning experiences. Today, my presentation focuses on a method called original or remake, which aims to develop students' general competencies and to be more precise, communicative, cultural, and digital. So the method itself, in this project, my 10th grade students, whose language level at the moment varies from B1 plus to B2, were asked to prepare a presentation as part of a unit on art. They could choose from different genres as painting, photography, music, film, dancing, and etc. So my students selected some specific pieces and they had to present key information, including the author, country, date, artistic trend, some specific features. They also were asked to describe how they recreated or reinterpreted the original work. This included what changes they made, students, how they made them, and the challenges they encountered. After that, they compared and contrasted the original work with their remake or reconstruction and presented similarities as well as differences. And finally, they had to draw some conclusions. So the project was for 1 month and engaged students in this work. Oh, sorry, some misunderstanding, I think. Okay, so if to follow the steps, to recap everything, so students chose a form of art, they selected and researched for a specific piece, recreated or remade the piece they have chosen, presented the process, compared original versus remake, and draw some conclusions. So as I have mentioned before, this method enabled to develop learners' general competencies, in particular communicative competence, as they could use various tools to express ideas. So they used a PowerPoint tool, they used Canva, they used CapCut, they structured their content according to specific criteria, and they clearly presented their thoughts. So if speaking about cultural competence, so they analyzed different pieces of art and they could demonstrate their ability to understand and compare cultural artifacts. So their presentations included such famous artists from different European countries. So we could see Mona Lisa by Leonardo da Vinci, The Scream by Edvard Munch, Mondrian's Composition, Netherlands, live performance of Edvard Grieg's music. So students developed an aesthetic sense and learned about European culture. So this girl played Edvard Grieg's piece of music, and we also watched how professional musicians play the same. We could compare, and she said that really the professional musician plays much faster than I do that. If we take some other artists, students loved to be famous models. And if we look at the first one, Mona Lisa, the girl used some gown and wanted to make a classic image, whereas another one enjoyed making a modern one with modern clothes and updated the image with some modern accessories. If we looked at the Scream picture, right, the most difficult thing was to imitate the same emotion from the original work. And the idea to use Lego bricks for Mondrian's composition was really amazing. Now, as for digital competence, this method also supported the development of digital skills for my students. They explored and used various apps and tools to create and edit their content. For example, they used Photoshop tools to recreate old photos or style a virtual fashion show. They had to adjust lighting, colors, and let's say if we look at these two girls who wanted to imitate this nice photo, they said that the most difficult thing was to work with lighting and special effects to convey the same atmosphere. These two guys enjoyed to recreate this old photo, and the only problem for them was to find those high boots. But nevertheless, the photo was really well prepared. A group of girls wanted to make a fashion show, a virtual fashion show, and they chose one favorite brand name and working with different digital apps. They placed themselves on the catwalk and showed that they could also be quite inspiring fashion models and replicated this famous brand name. So unfortunately, I could not upload the film dubbing when one student chose a short excerpt from a film and dubbed it himself. So this method could also be adapted for younger students. I tried it with 7th grade students, and they had to create commercials by recreating and filming short videos, including the necessary language patterns, as well as following certain criteria. So the most important thing was that full class engagement and creativity were ensured. Even students with special educational needs were highly engaged in this activity. So this method is a creative project-based method that helps students to develop their communicative competence, through presentations and using digital tools. Cultural competences developed by analyzing and recreating artworks from various cultures and countries. Digital competence through the use of apps for content creation and editing. So the project is adaptable across age groups, language levels, and 18 coverages, creativity, collaboration, and deeper engagement with language and culture. So, questions? Thank you.
Thank you. Yes. Just a second. Thank you very much, Giedrė. Really nice and creative, Patricia is saying, and also the others. And yes, we have one question actually. And the question is here by Rodica. So she would like to know, how did you make a selection
Of
probably of the artwork?
Actually,
I guess.
okay. Students were free to choose. I did not dictate. No. They, because our topic was arts and we covered different genres, so they chose themselves. So it's not my role this time. I just offered the method and provided with the description of it.
That's really great. I mean, yeah, a part of the learning design that they can choose their own. I'm so sorry, my headphones are not working today. They are falling out all the time. I'm a bit, yeah. It's yeah. Okay. That's really interesting. And as far as I see this method that you are using is that children are learning language without even know that they learn.
Yes.
I guess
yes.
they
Yes,
fell
it
into
is like that.
the flow and that's it. So really nice. Yeah. And you are right. At the beginning, you said that again, you will talk a little bit about the art, and also the previous two presenters spoke about the art. And this is one of the, I would say, one of the bases of the Wonder approach, that many times we use art as an inspiration to spark something in students. So many teachers use art, many teachers use nature, and yeah, so we like to inspire students with different things, and art is really easy tool to use it. Yeah. And there is one more question. I'm sorry, not this one. Were the students familiar with the apps, or did you have to teach them too?
Yeah, as I told you, well, they are 10th formers, so it's 16 years old or 14 years old. They are keen on using these apps. They are familiar. So if they were of lower classes, grades, I would have to introduce them.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Yeah. And
Thank you.
let's go now to the last presentation. Velid, welcome on the stage of the Pan-European Conference on Digital Education devoted to Wonder Learning Approach. Also, your presentation is connected a little bit with the art, I would say, but the focus is how to stimulate students to wonder, to ask questions, to wonder, etc. Yeah, so the floor is yours, and we just need to find your presentation. It's here.
I believe, can you see it now? Yes. So, hello everybody. So, of course, we had some great presentations from my colleagues that were working in this project. And as mentioned, the theme of our project is Wonder Learning and finding new and innovative methods in teaching And what our organization does, we work with all levels of education in Sarajevo, and I chose this practice because in a sense you can use it on every level of every school education level, primary, secondary school, or even in adults. So the name is Wonder Learning, and we'll go a little bit over about the topic. So Wonder Walls. I don't know if any of you had the opportunity to try this in your own classrooms. It's getting more and more popular as of late. So it can have a physical and a digital version. And in general, it is very simple to implement and it's very useful with high results, and you can use it in any workshop that you use. Why my colleagues mentioned that it's adaptable to every subject, because the name Wonder, it just tells you in general what this topic is about. It's about helping people find answers about some things that they have always wanted to find. You know, I don't know, for example, when a child asks, why is the sky blue? Why is the grass green? We would usually laugh and say, yeah, it's just like that. But really, why are those things that color? What is the answer to those questions? And in a way, this is the purpose of this activity, to help answer any type of questions that the students may have. So you can use just a normal board and put post-it notes of your students to pick a variety of questions. So you can choose any subjects. For example, if you go for science, they can give you a million questions about gravity. They can give you a million questions about some formulas. If you want to go through history, they can give you questions like, why is this called this? Why did this building exist here in the first place? Why is this one this color? And you can have a lot of fun with your students. You can choose which question to go over through and which one you're going to find certain answers. So in general, you introduce a certain topic. So art was very a big topic here in the presentations today. You can choose art. You can say, I don't know, some Da Vinci's pieces. They can have some questions about that. And that's the topic that you're going to be working around in general. After you've decided what question you're going to answer, and every student can have as many questions as possible, and you can choose which one to cover on a topic. You're going to find the solution to it. You're going to work on your students to create certain presentations, to find certain visuals, or they can even act on whatever they have found, as long as they can express it in a method that is, you know, fun, interesting, and interactive to them. So what is the wall moment here? For example, they have questions, as I mentioned, what would happen if there was no gravity? Why do birds fly in a V format? Or, for example, I don't know, the first time many of us saw two different seas colliding, this picture, how it's a different color, how it doesn't overlap. Why does this stuff happen? And it's very important to understand for further development, of course. You know, students, and we've all been through this growing up. We have a million questions. We want to know everything. Why is this? Why is that? And we get very boring. And what happens very often is we're shut down trying to answer these questions. So for students, this is amazing when it comes to working more on their imagination, developing their critical thinking. It, of course, helps them collaborate with their peers. They have this encouragement. They have a lot more self-confidence in trying to find something that's actually interesting for them. What is valuable for you as a teacher, you get to see how your students act in this type of environment. How do they think? How do they work with other children? What is their main interest in the questions that they ask? And as mentioned, if it's for any subject, you can choose on a specific area you're going to be working, and then you're going to see what their main interest is. Okay, this is what interests them. Let's talk more about this. Let's explain this. And if somebody has trouble on some topics, you can easily catch up on this and you can work with your students around it. I mentioned also for adults. Now, how would you implement this for adults? You can choose any topic that is today. You can go for political, you can go for sports, you can go for any topic, and then you can find the answers together. You can create focus groups, you can create workshops. It's very easy to implement, and it's a simple method of going through workshops. So one thing that we have as of late is AI integration in anything. So you can use any new AI tools. Of course, most of them are free. It can help you with your research. I'm going to put more examples for anybody who wants to use this in their classroom or in workshops in generals. And I found two platforms who actually have something that can help for this. One is called Wonderopolis. So in here, for example, you have a ton of questions like why do Olympians bite their medals? What causes blindness? How many animals are on Earth? And you can find different presentations for different questions. For example, what is a zebra giraffe? I've never seen this, to be honest. This is my first time seeing this animal. And after you open this link, you can have, it's a little bit shorter right now, so apologies for my internet. You will have a general presentation with images of everything that somebody has found and it has been posted on this network. I put a link on this. Okay, perfect. I put the link on this on my presentation, and here you can see images of the animal. You can have some videos. You can find a lot of data on it, and you can find some other stuff. You can try out this. You can join discussions. You have comments. For example, more questions. Why do sharks have nostrils? What is the slowest type of shark? These may seem silly at times, but it is so interesting and it's so engaging for children when they go through a classroom that they have the opportunity to actually have questions answered that they are thinking about on a daily topic. Another one that is really great is Padlet. I believe a lot of you have used this. It's also free. You can create your own boards to work on. It's great for historic subjects. It's great for geography. It's great for biology. It's great for whatever you want. As you can see, a variety of presentations over here, and I think this is very useful, and it has been very useful for our workshops, and I hope somebody can try some of this stuff out, either at the ending of your days in school, whoever has school still going, or try something new in the next class year. So that is it on my end, and I appreciate you guys taking the time to hear me out. I was a little I wanted to keep it simple, and I hope it was simple, but you got an opportunity to learn a new great method. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Velid, for your presentation. It was more than interesting and useful for all the teachers out there. So let's hope that many of them will use it. I'm sure they will. So that's almost the end of the conference today. We would just like to ask you for a feedback, because your feedback is important for all the future events. As you know, we have the conference on a monthly level, and we would like to have topics that you like. Yes, summer is here. We all deserve holidays now. But the conference will still run even during the summer. There is already a program on the July conference on the webpage erasmus+courses.com. You can check it there. It will be focused on sustainability, green skills, and green intelligence. It is scheduled on the last day of July. So welcome to join. And another conference will be in the end of August. So again, welcome to join. And that's all from our side for today. Thank you for your attention, and happy summer this time. Happy summer. Goodbye to all of you.